Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Uh, it's been a year since I've been active on this channel. The last time I posted a video, I put it up uh, on YouTube saying that I'll be active, but I'm sorry for not being active here anymore. I really had a lot of commitments the previous year that I had to prioritize over making content on YouTube because the past year, that is from um, May 2024 to this year's May ending 2025, has been a roller coaster ride for me. And Yeah, guys, I'm officially a doctor now, and I completed my internship this year on 20th of May 2025 from Government Medical College Jammu. And the previous year has been full of ups and downs for me. And talking specifically about my hospital, the internship in my hospital is really, it's heavy, guys. Like it's bad for an intern, honestly. I mean, in an internship, in other hospitals, like a lot of my friends from like coaching days are in other hospitals, and a lot of hospitals don't have so like heavy duties, but then it's more or less the same everywhere. But talking specifically about my own state, I think it's even more heavier because of the topographical, like geography of this given of this state, Jammu and Kashmir, um, per se, that in emergencies there are a lot of trauma cases, there are a lot of casualties happening day in and day out. There are a lot of mass traumas coming to our hospital. And the like my hospital, that's GMC Jammu, because it caters to a complete Jammu, like the area, क्योंकि वो बहुत ज़्यादा बड़ा एरिया है जम्मू का पूरा. एंड a lot of cases come straight away to GMC Jammu. When it comes to Srinagar, Srinagar has got two hospitals. That is, one is KIMS, Shere Kashmir Institute, and another is GMC Srinagar, and it also has now GMC Anantnag, Baramulla. They're very nearby only, so that really distributes the crowd. But then GMC Jammu has been the very an old hospital, and you can only expect like uh, GMC Kathua and Rajouri colleges to distribute the crowd, but then those colleges are really peripheral, and ultimately all of the burden comes down to our hospital in GMC Jammu. And the postgraduates, interns, everybody had to work tirelessly day in and day out for like maintaining the emergency crowd. And the crowd really goes bizarre, guys. Like until I was an intern, when I started my internship last year around May 2024, I used to think कि इतना ज़्यादा rush नहीं होता होगा, since we have other peripheral medical colleges now. But then, let's be very honest, the peripheral medical colleges are not really equipped with all of those medical machineries, all of those specialities, everything that is needed to handle these many cases, mass traumas, casualties, then some emergency surgeries, emergency LSCS, cesarean sections, and everything. And ultimately, all of the burden used to come on GMC Jammu, and everybody had to work uh, in order to make it smooth. You can't expect only a resident to work and intern to have fun when there are so many cases. So it all boils down to that the internship in my college is really heavy, and I could not really put a lot of time into content making, and that led me to not being active here at all. But honestly, I really feel okay about it that I did not make content and I didn't stay active over here, but because I really had to prioritize things over content, because it was the year that I really had to put in a lot of efforts, not just physically, mentally, socially, everything was coming all together. Also, it was my first NEET attempt this year, NEET 2025, NEET PG. I'll talk about it in another video. I have a separate video for that. But I just wanted to sit here and talk to you guys that how was my journey, my internship experience for like 1 year working in a government hospital with so many cases, so many patients coming per day, and genuinely speaking, guys, 4.5 years, 5 years when we study theory, like say for example when we really study mass trauma and traumatology in surgery, when we speak of pneumothorax and all such big terms, when you write it in exam it feels very different, and when you see that case coming to you, actually you get his x-ray done, and then when you see that air under diaphragm na, so that really hits you that यार जो पढ़ रहे थे, that is coming into picture, it's coming live now. So एक थियोरी में एक क्वेश्चन गलत करना would not matter, you're not killing someone, but then एक रियल पेशेंट की केयर करना, एक रियल पेशेंट को वापस घर भेजना, उसकी close to 100% of what he was before the episode of what happened to him is really difficult, honestly. आप एक थ्योरी एग्जाम में क्वेश्चन गलत करोगे, nobody is getting harm, but if you are doing it wrong when you're practicing medicine, it's bad for you, it's bad for the person you're treating, it's bad for the society. So what I'm trying to say is that it everything just comes into picture when you start your internship, and what really matters internship mein is not how much you've studied during those 4.5 years. I mean, it definitely helps when you have a good academic background, that you've studied, you've put in a lot of hard work, you are basically very well versed with what a case basically is. Like, what is the presentation? How will his X-ray look like? What will you see in CT scans and everything? But then let's be honest, what internship really boils down to is learning all those basic skills. All those basic skills, be it putting a urinary catheter, putting a cannula into a baby, then a cytic tap, pleural taps, getting special like sequences of MRI done on a patient, accompanying patients for like plasma pheresis, blood banks, and everywhere. I mean, um, I would agree with a lot of you who would presume that this mazduri kind of a thing is not what a doctor needs. But then let's be honest, somebody has to do it for a hospital to run smoothly, and interns basically come at the lowest. I would say pillar of that big infrastructure of a hospital running very smoothly. Interns are the building blocks. If the foundation laid is very weak, and if the foundation is not ready to pick up the load of the hospital, you won't expect a hospital to excel. Let's be very honest. I mean, if somebody has reached onto a position of an assistant professor or a professor, but then you can't expect him to be running after patients here and there. I mean, when you are in the learning phase, you got to be doing that stuff, so that once you reach that stuff, you expect your juniors to be doing that. I mean, I'm not enforcing upon doing like hard labor or something, but then let's be honest, a lot of people think that internship is only meant to be like chilling in wards, and it's not that, guys. I mean, especially in working in a government hospital, it's not like that. It will be really heavy, like most of the government hospitals have. And what I mean to say here is that that skills wala part comes after you really put in efforts uh, to be ready to do everything that is allotted to you. I mean, nobody is going to give you a person to suture his wound and then expect you to, like, get disappeared from the emergency like for 4.5 hours and something like that. So when you actually stay there, see patients, then only you'll get the chance to actually um, you know be there and help your seniors and do some serious skill based stuff. So my advice would be definitely, like, please attend all your internship postings very very generously. If you're thinking that I'm like wasting time, मैं पढ़ नहीं पा रहा हूँ, please, for this year for internship, I really would suggest you to take your duties very seriously. Do not run after so-called like theory पढ़नी है मुझे बस theory. Don't do that. I mean, it's okay. Study. If you get some time, try to maximize your study potential. But then don't get in that loop that मैं पढ़ नहीं पा रहा हूँ तो मैं ड्यूटी नहीं दूंगा. No, don't do that to yourself, because honestly, when you go into post graduation, a lot of my seniors told me this, that if you are not well versed with basic skills, it's a bad thing, guys. It's a downgrade for you, it's a downgrade for your hospital. I mean, say for example, you get a very good college outside Jammu and Kashmir and you go pursue it, you start your first day in emergency and somebody tells you to put a catheter in a child. If you're not able to do that, let's be honest, you are downgrading yourself. I mean, you entered into a beautiful college, a beautiful branch, you got your dream branch, and then you're not able to put a catheter. I mean, what use was your internship? What use was your 5 years MBBS that you're not able to do this basic surgical or a procedural skill? I mean to say. So please be well versed with your basic skills in internship. Do not run from duties. Give your duties generously. If you find some department, chill. If you get some free time, study nicely, maximize your study potential during those days. But when you're required to work in a hospital, when you're required to do a shift, please do it with your full heart, and not just half-hearted, because ultimately you have to believe that you're dealing with real patients. You are not anymore reading stuff. The patient lies in front of you on the bed in a ward. He's a living patient. He's not some book ka page of pneumothorax. He has pneumothorax. You have got to act. I mean, it's okay that interns don't get a lot of first-hand thing to do कि आप ही जाके manage करो, but then you can see, you can learn. Ultimately, you'll be someday you'll be first-year resident, second-year resident. All these things stick with you, very honestly speaking. So that was my experience in working in a government hospital. The internship was really hectic, and I almost lost the track of studying the entire year. But I did manage to study. I did manage to like pick up things here and there, then learning in wards, learning from seniors, learning procedures. I think everything matters. If you're thinking that I'm attending an OT for 3 hours, मैं तो कुछ नहीं कर रहा हूँ, and I'm not even learning anything, you might not learn how to pick up a scalpel and then give an incision, but you will learn what that incision is. Let's be honest. If you're seeing an LSCS, you'll know what a phalansteal incision is, right? तो कुछ तो जा रहा है ना दिमाग में. You're gaining something out of it. So look for the beauty in everything. If you're doing something, do it as if you really wanted to do it. Don't do something half-heartedly. Then you'll hate internship. I'm being very honest with you guys, that if you're really that kind of a person who is always in FOMO ना कि मैं पढ़ नहीं पा रहा हूँ, मैं ये ड्यूटी नहीं दूंगा, वो बच्चा ड्यूटी नहीं देता, उसको तो मिल जाती है अटेंडेंस, you're तुम पढ़ोगे भी नहीं, and you're wasting your entire internship का जो एक्चुअली में तुम जहाँ सही में सीख सकते थे, without any academic pressure on you, without any responsibility on you, because when you're a first year resident, then the responsibility is tremendous. You can't just be late to ward. Internship में तो even if you go 9:30, seniors won't say you anything. थोड़ी बहुत कभी कभार बोल देंगे, यार प्लीज़ थोड़ा जल्दी आ जाना, कल हमारा पोस्ट इमरजेंसी है, प्लीज़ कम अर्ली. But then they won't start shouting at you like seniors do to first year residents. I mean, as a first year resident, you have to be on your toes the entire year. So take internship chill, and I know it's heavy for all of us. Like every intern in the country, I believe, who's working in a government hospital, uski internship बहुत hectic जा रही होगी. I'm not talking about private hospitals. Obviously, the internship there is a little lesser heavy as compared to what it is in government hospitals. But then, please, I mean, do good to people in internship. Don't run away from your duties. This is the first time you're actually going to experience what it feels like to be between patients, real patients. So yeah, that was my experience of internship, and I really loved being back on YouTube. So this is going to be my first video after I think more than a year now, and I'll make 4 5 more videos about my experience for this exam, NEET PG, that everybody's talking about these days. And I'll make a separate video on that. Till then, please subscribe to my channel. If you really want something else to come on videos, you can comment down that. I'll surely try to make as quick as possible. Anything you want, you can comment down, and yeah, subscribe so that I get the motivation to post more videos and help you guys. Even if one person can resonate with my energy, I think my work is done. Okay, take care, guys. Bye.